2019 was a pretty below average year as gaming goes. We had 2018, which was a behemoth amongst gaming years, and 2017, which was great, 2016, which was great. 2019 just was there. It existed. It had Sekiro, which was great. It had a ton of indie games, which was great. But it wasn't an especially great year. It was just, it was there. But it had one hidden gem. Besides Sekiro, it had one very special game. And that game is Outer Wilds. It is a magnificent game made by Mobius Digital. And the soundtrack is made by the lovely Andrew Prahlow. And it's just... I'll let the video talk for itself. Hope you enjoy. So, for those unfamiliar with the game, Outer Wilds is an indie game, meaning it was made by a small development group that's relatively unknown. Actually, fun fact, it was originally a student project for university, but they just couldn't let it go to waste, and it ended up becoming Outer Wilds. The game is a space exploration game. It has you play as an alien. Technically, he's not an alien. You're the alien to their species. Anyway, you end up finding out that your character has been training for this moment to go into space since he was born. Keep that in mind for later. You have a weird psychedelic moment with a statue from the Nomai era. The Nomai basically are an old civilization, way more advanced than yours, but you ignore it. You get your launch codes to finally launch into space. You say your final farewell to your friends, to your neighbors, to your mentors, and you're off. You're suspended in the void. This is it. This is the moment you've been training for all these years. Each planet in this solar system has its own personality. Pretty bold to say, but it really does. Each one has its own characteristics. Oh, we don't talk about that one. Dark Bramble. And each planet has its own bit of soundtrack, made by the lovely Andrew Prahlow. The soundtrack is so... It was nominated for various awards in various award ceremonies, including the BAFTAs. Yeah, that good. Andrew, if you are watching this, fucking aces, my man. Rock on. Anyway, back on track. As you explore around, about 20 minutes go by, and then a bit of music starts playing. Now, why is it notable? Why is it unusual? Well, this bit of music is very different. It feels grim, unsettling, eerie even. It's like a sort of it's sort of an alarm. My instinct was to fly back into space. The following area is spoiler heavy. It is spoiler territory. You have been warned. As you fly back into space, you see that the sun isn't looking too good. In fact, it's going supernova. It's going supernova. What? How the fuck? Okay, maybe I'm not the only one who remembers. Nobody remembers. Okay, maybe it was just a bad dream. Wait, why do I remember the launch code? Okay, they're probably just random number. Wait, no, they work. How the fuck? These are all questions you ask yourself as you wake up. Long story short, the day is looping. Each loop lasts about 22 minutes, and each loop starts with a cannon firing above you after you wake up, gasping for air, after each loop ends with a supernova. Well, it ends with a supernova if you don't forget to put your suit on before hopping onto a planet, or if you don't fly into the sun, or if you don't get crushed by sand, or if you don't fall to your death, and the likes. And so starts your quest to understand what the actual fuck is going on here. You end up finding bits of dialogue left by the Nomai, which you find yourself actually getting attached to, even though it's just writings on a wall. And you start putting together what's happening, before finding out what you thought was true was just a hypothesis that was later proven wrong. You get close to the truth, but then you get shot back 20 miles further. It gets really frustrating. Then something happens. One moment with a certain character by the name of Solanum. I'll leave it at that. I know you're still here, but I definitely think that you need to discover the details on your own terms. After that moment, and after multiple of other moments, you start slightly putting the pieces together. After a while, you find out that the Nomai were looking for the eye of the universe. What they speculated was created the universe. They tried to find it, and they were inches away from it, but before their untimely death. You know what you have to do. It involves the dark bramble, but it's okay. It'll be worth it. A bit of music starts playing. It's that eerie music that plays at the end of each loop, but this time it's full of hope. It's weird to say out loud, but it makes sense when you play it. You reach the eye of the universe. This is it. This is the whole civilization died to find this. What happens there is for you to find out. The game ends after a weird yet very meaningful section where... Actually, you know what? That's for you to find out on your own too. But basically how the game ends is the loop is shattered and you start a new universe, because the loop ends, meaning the supernova happens and the day doesn't start again. It's sad that you worked your whole life to go into space only to have to end it all. But it is heroic. This game really made me empty after finishing it. A friend called me after I finished it, and I was legitimately sad that it was over. Maybe our character felt the same way. I don't know. The game's way deeper than what you've just heard. I can't allow myself to fully spoil it. Mobius, you've made one of the best games ever made, and definitely the best game of 2019. So bravo and thank you all. But as I said, this video isn't a full-on synopsis or a review, because I do love this game. But what I'm here to talk about is the meaning behind this game. Yes, it is a very straightforward game, and not everything has to have a meaning behind it. And yes, sometimes I do dig a bit further than I should, searching for a hidden meaning. But while playing this game, you get closer to the truth every time, and every time you get inches away from it, something happens. You realize that all you thought was true was merely a lie, or something that was later proven wrong, and you're shot back. And every time you get closer to the truth, you're shot back. And every single moment when you think that you're actually understanding what's happening, you don't. And the game shoots you back. And it gets frustrating. It gets genuinely frustrating. And I've said this briefly before, but it really is frustrating. But what this game teaches you, and I don't know if they intended to do this. I have no fucking clue if this was their intent. But you had the choice to just not try to stop the loop anymore. You had the choice to just live in the one day which keeps repeating. Because yes, each day ends with a supernova, but a supernova is beautiful. You get to bask in its beauty. Each day starts with you gasping for air. Yes, that might be not the best way to start off your day, but you had that choice. You had that choice to pull yourself from the equation and let the game just loop itself. But you don't. You get frustrated and you get shot down every single time, but you get back up and you keep going further and you keep seeking that truth, seeking the answer to the problem. This game teaches you to just push forward, even when everything seems like it's not, even though everything seems to be a lie, even though everything seems to not work out. But this game teaches you to push forward no matter what. And that's exactly what I did in this game. And this game will forever have a very special place in my heart. It came at a very specific time in my life, and I'm very grateful to have played this. And I'm very grateful to Mobius Digital. I am very grateful to Andrew Prahlow. I'm very grateful to everyone who had a hand in making this game. So thank you all. Thank you all for making this magnificent game. I appreciate it immensely. thank you all very much for watching. This has been Outer Wilds, or a video surrounding Outer Wilds. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you managed to find some entertainment watching this. And I hope I was able to transmit the emotions that this game made me feel through this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to subscribe, you are more than welcome. It's free. Even drop a like if that suits you. In the link, there's a link to in the description, there's a link to my Discord. And it benefits me nothing. I get nothing from my Discord. But if you want to, just join. It's a way to kind of tie this community together. And you get to meet and have moments with your fellow procrastinators? Sure, that's what you guys are called. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.